All right, we have finished with the AFC and NFC championship games. The two teams playing in the Super Bowl have been decided. The Royal Rumble has been complete. It was a busy weekend in the world of everything, and we ain't gonna talk about none of it. It's a Triple Threat podcast coming at you. Sniff through my intro, you son of a gun. Welcome, everybody. It's the Triple Threat Podcast. I'm Alexander James Vaughn, coming to you live on tape from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. With me, as always, are my two brothers. I'll say their names in order of my favoritism. There's Matt Vaughn and Matt Will Vaughn.
Oh, for a second I thought I got the...
No. Yeah, so, Matty, what's up, bro?
Hey, I'm either happy or sad.
Oh, okay. William
Depends what happened last night.
William C.
I usually mute the microphone during the intros, and I didn't this time. And I sniffed.
He sniffed.
I schnurfed. It's that time of year where I get. Do you guys ever get that winter cold, and then you have the sniffles for like
constantly.
8 months afterwards?
Yeah. I've had the same cold for
I'm just coughing phlegm lately. It's not pretty.
It was bad to like 2 weeks ago, and I was pretty happy that I hadn't gotten sick in quite some time. But it was bad like 2 weeks ago, and it's fine now. But I still I'll have this sniffle for.
Yeah, I had it like not even a month ago, and now I have it again. And both times, it's kind of like I find the worse one gets, then the more time there is between sicknesses, but these ones just kind of linger a bit, and I'm just like, all right, well, they're not affecting anything in my life, but I do have a lot of mucus.
Yeah, we're just sick old men.
I do have a lot of TJ Miller in me. I think he's a Mucinex mucus blob. What would you call that? A glob of mucus?
I guess.
Glob
TJ Miller
muke.
Getting. You know what?
We're getting some nice audio there.
Are we getting some audio from the coffee?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. There's some coffee for you.
Pouring some
Welcome to the Foley.
So audible.
Speaking of, this podcast brought to you by Audible.
Squarespace.net.
Yeah, we Foley artist that, so that's actually me hitting a head of lettuce with a samurai sword. That's how I get the sound of pouring coffee.
Who did the sketch where it's like actually the
Human
sound?
Giant is the best. The guy's cutting lettuce, but he's actually like stabbing him in the hand.
But like they put it all together at the end.
So good.
And this scene, when the scene comes together, it looks something like this.
There's some Human Giant sketches, and not even the major ones, that I just have to revisit every once in a while. And they got to reunite they got to bring the band back.
Unite the Seven, I think so.
Like none of them are too big that. I mean, you could make the argument that Aziz is the most famous one, but none of them are too big that they'd be too busy to do something.
Did you? I found something out shortly after David Bowie died. I listened to Bowie by the Flight of the Conchords.
Flight of the Conchords, yep.
And so I did that YouTube thing where I'm listening to that. I'm like, I'd like to listen to something else. What do we got on the right-hand side of the screen? Ooh, that's good. And so I watched Most Beautiful Girl in the Room.
Oh, yeah. That's
and
the best.
Looking at the comments, Aziz Ansari is dancing in the background, like during the... when he's dancing with her, yeah. There's like, look, it's Aziz Ansari, and like somebody else, I forget, but
well, he was in an episode.
Was he?
Yeah,
he
was in the episode where he's like,
he was selling apples or something, wasn't he?
And he was,
yes,
he owned a vegetable stand. He was racist towards them, but he thought they were from Australia.
He thought they're from New Zealand and not Australian.
So it's like it's weird to go back and watch something and then be like, oh, that person's really famous now.
Oh yeah,
like even watching 40-Year-Old Virgin, like I watched that very recently, and Jonah Hill just shows up. And he's not a major character at all.
2 seconds.
That and I Heart Huckabees were his first two roles. Like, that's what got him into it.
He's that's pretty good. I guess that's what you get for being talented.
Yeah, I mean, it's just making the most of your chance, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, this is our chance. We can make the most of it. What are we doing?
Right. We got one opportunity. We're going to capture it. We're going to let it slip.
Yeah.
Ma spaghetti.
He looks calm and ready to drop bombs. Sorry.
Yeah.
One of the things, freestyle concert, by the way. Why does he have words written down? It's a freestyle show. Like, he doesn't have to, I don't know.
He's got keywords. He's got words that rhyme.
Keywords. If you search his rap, you get if those keywords hit it, he'll get that.
Consult my Roger's Thesaurus, and I'll get that for you.
Roger's
Thesaurus, written by a man named Roger. That's why it's called that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess it makes sense, but eventually at one point, one person just had to be like, you know what? I'm going to have a glossary of terms for the whole English language.
Hey, Molly, I wrote a book. What should I call it? Name it after a dinosaur.
Is he just sitting there the whole time reading? He's like, what's another word for hit?
It's got to be a couple that
What's
I made
another
up.
word for that? What's another word for that? What's another word for that?
Oddly enough, thesaurus. There is no synonym for thesaurus.
It's
also really hard to say.
It is hard to say.
So
Name it after a dinosaur.
see that like some sort of word dinosaur. Alex, I dropped a bomb on you just before the podcast started. You didn't know that Star Wars Episode 8 got pushed back.
I did not. So it's supposed to come out. So here's what I know about. Yeah, Star Wars Episode 8 is that it's written and directed by Rian Johnson of Brick fame and Looper, and it was supposed to come out May 2017, and it's got pushed back till when?
December.
Yeah, 2017.
So I think Star Wars was like, we got a pretty tidy weekend here.
That was a good Christmas.
Like just kind of do a Lord of the Rings thing, where it's just like, you know what? Every second year we'll release.
Well, I mean, Rogue One is out this year.
Yeah, this is
the same one. So I think they're just gonna. I think they're just gonna own mid-December from now on.
So it's not a production thing, you don't think?
It could be.
It could very well be, but I think it also just is like I think they kind of like, well, we're pushing it. We really don't have to. Like, we really don't have to. They probably earn better will from people by no offense, Will, but earn better will from people just by
quite offended
by kind of moving it back a bit, right?
Yeah,
like,
I guess the production issues or whatever aren't going to be as bad as other movies where it's like, well, that was supposed to come out in November and that got pushed back to March, and you're like, yeah, that's just.
There were a bunch of shuffles actually in H-Wood, so that I don't have a problem with Episode 8 being pushed.
Just call it
H-Wood.
Yeah.
What about I-Wood? Do you I-Wood for Inglewood?
Yes.
One thing I wanted to add was coming up the next weekend after Star Wars Episode 8, the sequel to Avatar. So that's going to be kind of interesting.
For real?
Yeah,
Why is that still happening?
Oh.
You've okay.
Alex, 7 years later, it's time to recreate the magic of a movie I never saw.
See, Avatar, did that even crack $1 billion domestic?
No, Star Wars. I thought, it might have. I thought Star Wars was the first one to do that.
But like 90% of it was.
If only we had a website to go to check that.
I'm going. It did crack. It did not crack $1 billion domestic.
Like
domestic, it did.
760?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly 760. Alex, what do you try to pull?
Yeah. No, it's just I remember things.
It just smells like a 760.
I know what Avatar made domestically. I mean, I don't have any other skills, but I know that.
Yeah, it came out exactly 6 years before Star Wars.
So that's odd. Then I don't think they would purposely push it to go head to head with Avatar.
It's the next weekend, right? Like, so it's not the same weekend.
But still.
Yeah, but Star Wars in the second weekend it still made $150 million.
There's no way Avatar is number one on that box office weekend. There's not a chance.
There's no chance in
Hekimovich. Yeah.
Speaking of movies pushed back, there's one coming out soon that it looks like it would have got pushed back at one point, which is the new Coen Brothers movie, Hail Caesar. Have you seen the trailer for this?
The trailer? Yeah.
There's a lot of people in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Coen Brothers
movie. A lot of people in that movie.
Lots
like George
of
Clooney, Channing Tatum, Rafe? Yeah, Rafe. And
Ralph Fiennes,
Scarlett Johansson, and a bunch of people. So
the aforementioned Jonah Hill.
It's to be released in February. Seems like enough time for it.
Seems like wasn't Monuments Man like at early February, late January when it came out a couple years ago?
Yeah,
I think it was.
That was Coen Brothers though.
That wasn't Coen Brothers, but that was wasn't that a Clooney?
It was Clooney. Yeah. It was a Clooney and a Murray, and
it felt the same temperature. It felt like a Coen Brothers, not W.S. Anderson.
Paul Thomas.
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson, sorry.
Not Paul W.S. Anderson of Mortal Kombat and Resident Evil fame.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Who
Anderson.
did the Alien vs. Predator? I thought he did Alien vs. Predator.
That was him. That was
okay.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's killing it today. Let's just end the podcast here. I got a couple things
right. Drop the mic.
I think it would take more courage if it was called Alien Gets Along with Predator.
That's right.
I think that's a bolder.
Alien and Predator coexist peacefully.
Yeah.
Also, Predator is an alien, really.
Yeah, it's
not
it's
objectively
not a
alien.
man.
Predator is an alien.
Objectively, lots of things are aliens.
Shut up, man.
That's right.
I wasn't correcting you. I'm just saying in general. Like I'm just thinking like Star Trek.
Alex
and
looks
Star
out the
Wars,
window. He's like, yeah, Ray's also an alien. I don't know. We're aliens to Martians, I guess.
Everyone's an alien to somebody.
We are aliens to Martians.
It's just
everyone's an alien to someone.
It's like when people say, do an accent. It's like everyone's doing an accent, really.
It sounds like a sitcom. No, that was a sitcom. Never mind. Darn it.
Which one was it?
It was called Neighbors, I think, and like this family moved into a subdivision, but the whole subdivision they were an alien race who looked like humans.
Yeah, it was The Neighbors, and it was a weird show.
Yeah, it was a weird one. I was just thinking of one where it's like
It had
just
the guy
one set of
started-
neighbors and they don't like each other. It's like, you're an alien. It's like, no, you're the alien. And then I pretty much just nailed every episode of that show.
But that also had a guy who was in Flight of the Conchords.
Yes, it did. He was
yeah.
I don't remember what he was, but he got rhinoceros upon,
Yeah.
I believe.
Man, I missed that monkey.
And the first season of Flight of the Conchords is one of the greats. It's actually really not. If you rewatch it, it has no production value whatsoever. But it's good.
Yeah, that's the point, though. It's supposed to be a little crappy. It's that kind of crappy chic that was popular at the time. So
Did
we're
they
talking
still
about
music though?
the first season was all like it was like their entire
But do they
original
still work
catalog.
together at all, I guess, is the question.
They
I know
do.
Brett
They're
won
they're
an Oscar.
touring. They're touring soon.
Oh, okay. So they're still doing
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's like it's a semi reunion tour they're doing. I think they're coming by old Manitoba.
What?
Let me check here.
Don't call it that.
They're gonna swing down to Edgewood, then Iwood, then Manitoba, and then
So which is Manitoba?
Nova Saskatchewan.
Oh, I take that
Wow.
place.
This is an old website. Flight of the Conchords Spring European Tour 2010. Okay, pre-sale starts March 4th. Very useful.
All right, this has gone off the rails very quickly. Anyway,
No,
yeah,
no,
so
keep talking about
still
what's
music.
been,
they still music together.
They still music together, yeah.
for them.
They're active from 98 to present. Sorry, we're talking about stuff being delayed and pushed around. So I think that Star Wars Avatar matchup is odd to me. My money's on Star Wars, though. Like literally, I'll pay to see Star Wars matchup.
I saw Avatar. I don't ever really care to rewatch it again. Matt hasn't seen it, I don't believe.
Haven't seen it, not interested.
Alex- Alex and I saw it together.
Yeah, and it was fine. It's not
fine.
great.
Yeah.
I heard that. I read something recently that someone was just like, "How is it possible that like this movie made so much money and had almost no cultural impact?" There's a little while where people dressed up in blue, like as a joke on late night
I think
shows.
it was
and
causing depression in people. That was about it.
Yeah, that was a weird story, right? Because they're like, well, I don't live on Pandora.
why can't we have Pandora?
Oh.
It's like, you do. It's a music app for your phone.
Yeah, come on,
No, the
dog.
planet, and you're like, well, get some unobtainium, which is the best named element I've ever heard.
Yeah, which apparently is a real thing.
Unobtainium?
Yeah, but it's like apparently it's a real thing they use in science. It's funny though because it gets. It's in fiction. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Will, where did you learn that, buddy?
Let's see. Let's have
Dad
Will
told
write
me.
out the
chemical
called?
formula. For,
elemental table.
elemental-
Table of
Yeah,
elements.
if you could draw
Hey.
that Adam for me, that'd be just great.
this is the.
He doesn't
this is
draw
the
the
how
atom.
it's-
I just want him to write out, here's H.
It's the how it's made podcast.
All I know is little Timmy took a drink, but he will drink no more. For what
So
he thought was H2O is H2SO4. That's Carlton's rhyme for the sulfuric acid, whatever you want to call it.
I love that show.
Whatever you want to call it. This is the highly scientific podcast. Yeah, I was. But man, I think it's odd you haven't seen it because you're a big. You like Jamie, right?
I
Mr.
do.
Jim.
I do.
It's an odd one to have not seen, and clearly too much time has elapsed, and
Yeah.
I'll never see it ever.
I couldn't be bothered. There's 50 other movies I'd rather watch instead.
I still haven't seen Titanic. Sadly enough, I know it's on Netflix. I definitely
You've
have
never
to
seen
see it.
Sorry, what?
Titanic?
You've never seen
yeah.
Titanic?
It's a very weird. It's a weird thing to admit to. But what I did watch with Ian the other week was a movie called Thumbtanic. So this was done by.
My God. No. You
Yeah,
didn't- no,
it was
really.
that one.
You didn't
It was
actually
that
watch a
one.
movie like that, did you?
Yeah, it was that one.
Oh boy.
It was a laughless 22 minutes of some of the worst gags, and they think it's so funny that they have faces on thumbs the whole time. Like that's the joke the whole time.
I really wish this podcast was visual just for Alex's reation right now.
Oh my lord!
He's just searching for
they
any
have-
semblance of anything in that.
Okay.
They have
Some stuff is
Thumbtanic.
just so upsetting.
This what's in the series. Okay, Thumbtanic. Right.
There's a series. What are you talking? What is this? I don't understand what this is. There's a series of movies that they just recreate with thumbs.
So you know the guy who did Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
I do actually.
Gosh.
Personally, you know him personally.
Yes. He's right beside me. Hey, Ken.
Yeah, it's Steve Odekirk.
That sounds
did
like a Sandler guy.
series of movies where
In relation to Bob.
people
No, it's spelled differently.
use their thumbs. It's something called thumbimation, which is just a thumb with a face on it, and all these thumbs are running around, and they basically do spoofs of movies. And from what I've seen, they do amazingly unfunny spoofs of movies. So the trailer,
Like Wayne Bro's level of lousiness.
Can
yes.
I share something real quick, guys?
Sure.
Please.
Okay. And take as much time as you want. You don't have to do everything quickly.
I'm going to share it fairly slowly.
Okay.
I'm on Steve Odekirk's IMDb page,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
you know
me
how at
too.
the bottom there's like little section where people are like, can say things like, "I always liked him in this movie," or like there's like a little forum.
Sure.
Yeah.
So let me read you this one. This one says, "WTF ever happened to Thumb Matrix?"
Thumb Matrix. Yep.
Question mark! Exclamation mark! Question mark! Exclamation mark!
Which is
etc.
the most clever title of them all.
Thumb
really.
Matrix. So on the 4th of July, 2008, a user with the name, which is sad. That's very sad to me. A user by the name of Bleeding Shadows said, "I was looking forward to yet another Thumb movie when I saw the trailer for this, but it never came out. What happened?"
Oh, no. And did Steve Odekirk himself respond?
Well, Gormando 35 kind of called Bleeding Shadows bluff and said, "I never heard of them doing it. Where's the trailer?" Actually, they said, "Where's the trailer?" The trailer was up on the official Thumb site, but it's been a while since it was there. Someone else added it must have stopped production. And then someone seems to quote it at the end. Oh, brother.
What?
Oh, brother!
I don't know. Just something terrible from, I don't know.
Oh, no. What does it say?
I don't know. It's just weird. It's about something about poop or something.
Okay, never mind.
It's just dumb.
All right. Anyway, so you watch this, and it's terrible.
We watched it. There's not much more to say. It's like it's amazing. It was amazingly unfunny.
But having not seen the original Titanic, and
Which
this
is-
is where I'm
and
really
so I was
concerned,
saying-
you understood all the references in the 22
Well,
minutes.
I had a
Thumbtanic.
feeling it was going through like a story because the girl just wanted to be poor and the guy was a jerk. He wanted the ship to go faster. I was like, okay, I think I see like the plot of Titanic here, and it's very odd that I'm seeing it in this in this way. It's
I
like
don't remember a guy wanting to. I guess.
I was guessing it was Billy Zane's character.
Billy Zane's character, yeah, I would want
Yeah.
that.
I mean, he's practically already
Really
a
never capitalized on that role. That and the Phantom, and then,
And then
never-
Zoolander. Yeah,
And
Billy Zane.
Zoolander.
He's a cool dude. I kept thinking he was the guy in The Mummy, but that was a different guy altogether. It
No.
was like Armando something.
What?
I thought they looked alike.
They
Like,
look
you
alike,
know-
but they're, not the
You know,
same person.
you can back me up. They look alike a little bit. Anyway, not to crap on Steve Odekirk. He did
Arnold
write
Vosloo?
Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Yeah,
Wait,
I was
what?
close.
He actually
Armando.
wasn't in The Mummy? Oh my gosh, I never knew.
Did you
this.
think it was Billy Zane the whole time?
For a million years.
Well, I
See,
mean, the Mummy's only been
sometime.
out
I
for
know, 15.
6 now. When did it come out in 2000?
2001, barely. No, sorry, 99 was Mummy. I was looking at a still from The Mummy Returns, starring
Yeah, I was
The
gonna
Rock.
say.
Oh, right.
Not starring The Rock.
Worst.
He's barely in it. And then he has his own Scorpion King movie, which is horrendous. The
And
Rock
how many, Alex? How many,
really
how many,
doesn't have a lot of
how many
good
sequels
movies,
to the
does he?
Scorpion King would you say there are?
I think there's
Oh,
3.
no,
There's one with
there's
Randy
one-
Couture in
Yeah,
it.
and there's one with
And I'm sure Ted DiBiase's son or something.
Can you remind me who Randy Couture is?
UFC
the
fighter.
UFC fighter
Okay, perfect.
with cauliflower ear in
Every UFC
Expendables
fighter is
1 and 2.
cauliflower ear. Why do they call it cauliflower ear? Could be
Because
broccoli
it
ear.
tastes like cauliflower. Ask Mike Tyson.
Oh boy.
This little Mike you see bit of guy's ear. Yeah, remember that?
Evander Holyfield's.
Yeah.
It was in a commercial yesterday for Hardee's. You can get a double cheeseburger, a chicken burger, fries, and a drink for $4 at Hardee's or Carl Jr. So Carl's Jr.
Carl's
Sorry,
Jr.
Carl's Jr.
Alex, did you see that thing I posted? The bad.
Oh yeah, I actually saw it before you posted it, but man,
For those who don't know what you're talking about, what are you talking about?
This is it has to be seen to be believed, but it's just a cracked. I mean, it's one of the great cracked articles, which is 7 like horrendously awful athlete commercials.
I mean that's a
And-
good place
like,
to
it's
put
all-
it.
it's
One
all
of the great
local-
cracked articles, but pantheon of cracked articles, this one's high up there.
7 sports stars who are nightmarishly bad commercials, and it's like all these very
The Hunter
cheaply
Pence one
produced,
is horrific.
like these cheaply produced, like local, like just crappy local commercials, like in Chicago and in Philadelphia.
A lot
So
in the
sad.
Maryland area.
Pittsburgh.
If you play for the Capitals or the Ravens, you are just screwed. There's a really bad. There's not
Eastern
one,
Motors is awful.
There's a really, really bad one of Max Talbot when he played for the Penguins, and then there's actually a funny bad one. It's not even that bad. It's just Julian Edelman for some real estate agent or company, I think. But it's like him in 2009, and he's got like hardcore Bieber hair, and you're not aware of his like beard growing prowess and stuff like that. It might have been 2010, but there's a season where he had super long hair, but this was kind of pre that. That was like full on Bieber hair. I'll try and send you a link if I get a chance, or I'll post it or something like that. Maybe, depending on my mood.
What's sad is that I got that Eastern Motors song stuck in my head still. These like
some of them I couldn't even watch, but the Flacco ones are pretty terrible. Like where he throws the football off screen, and he goes to the camera,
Hey,
he's like,
he
he
caught
caught
it.
it. You're like, what? I wasn't worried about it, and you didn't really have to tell me whether he did or did not catch it, but sure.
First of all, why are you surprised you caught it? That's kind of the point.
Why are you telling me? I never would have thought otherwise. I wouldn't be like, well, yeah, but did the guy catch the ball? And why is it got to be a he?
He dropped it again. Dang. Heck. But those are some good games yesterday, though. I'll tell you what.
That was good. Football was played.
It was a good time. So episode 8 got moved.
Anyway, to 10 minutes ago.
And you know what also happened? Alex got a hat. He finally got
Got
it.
a hat. Well, I was
Alex
talking
got
about
a
Julian
hat.
Edelman. I was hoping one of you would pick
a
up
news story.
on my cue. Like,
sorry.
hey, we're going my segue.
Will and I got Alex a hat for Christmas. We bought it from Julian Edelman's website. It's a JE11 hat.
Jaleven.
Jaleven. Oh, nice. Okay. And so we bought that, I would say, well before Christmas.
All I know is it wasn't here for Christmas.
Yes, that's true. I don't know how far in advance we should have.
It was on Christmas Eve.
So it's not true. So we bought the hat online, and then I don't know. I mean, probably one of Julian Edelman's good buddies from high school is probably making a living off that website. If I had to guess, that's how that works. Sure.
He does have. He gets his products out there. The crappy part is I would own all of them if it wasn't for the solid $15 shipping fee every time, and the American dollar is just absolutely
kicking
horrendous.
So
horrendous.
I purchased this hat and I had it shipped, and they were like, "Hey, use this specific website to watch the shipping." And so nothing happened on that website for about a month. And then it was like, it moved from somewhere to East Rutherford, New Jersey. And then nothing happened for a month. And then the hat showed up at our parents' house.
Yeah, and I
So
picked
Alex
it up
finally got it.
on Tuesday of last week. So I finally got it.
Picked it
Very
up. He
excited
wore it on
about
his head.
Check my Instagram account yesterday. I'm sure I posted something about it in leading up to the Patriots football game.
That's right.
Seems like something
I'm sure
I
he
would
did.
do.
Yeah, that's totally in character.
Well, if I didn't,
And Alex, did you say that there was another JE11 hat that came out right before you got that one?
He put a solid all black one, playoff edition. So it's just like this exact hat, but everything is black.
Everything's black.
I think I'm going to end up getting at some point because of my connection with Steph Curry. I'm going to have to get a Golden State Warriors hat at some point, and they just look cool to me. So.
What's your connection? Oh, 'cause it's the
Birthday.
same birthday. Yeah, and also because they could possibly win 73 games this season.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, I'll jump on the bandwagon. I don't care. I just it's good. That's what's good about being like into basketball. Like a football fan, like I wouldn't even like wear a T-shirt of another team. I would absolutely die. And I judge you horrifically for your choice in teams. But
That's right,
basketball,
that's
I'm
right.
kind of like,
Choose your team.
hey, if someone's good, someone's good.
yeah,
Then I
fair.
just go with it. I mean, it's if LeBron or Ron's on, so I do have a LeBron Cleveland Cavs jersey. But
Yeah, I'm always opposed
From when he played for them the first time.
hey,
Yeah, I'm always annoyed whenever people are like, they're just like you get mad at how you're a fan of things, whether they say you're bandwagon or something else. You know what? Just let me like stuff.
No one's denying you.
I know. Well, sometimes people are like, "Oh, you can't."
Are
do
people
that."
crap on you for being a Pats fan, being like, "Oh, just because
No,
I'm good"?
no.
I
I
do.
mean, that's just.
he was later to the party than I was, but it's just I think that was just football in general for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I also watched.
all I
watching
know.
Super Bowls with Dad.
Oh, the Super Bowl is always an event.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
always an
yeah. Oh,
event.
for sure.
It's just most of our childhood. The Pats really had nothing to do with it. Now they're just there. Sometimes.
Yep. It's
Let's
true.
not talk about football. And, I got the hat. The hat's great.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about.
Did you guys see that latest Suicide Squad trailer that came out?
Yes, I did.
No, I didn't.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry,
Why don't you
Alex.
tell me about these things before?
Well, I don't want to give you homework, though.
Frickin' show. Hey, we're going to talk about this. Maybe
Well,
I
I
want to
just-
watch it.
Show.
I'll give you my
I'm just
opinion.
saying.
Here's what I would rate the new trailer that I haven't seen.
Oh yes. What do you think?
8 out of 10.
Alex, here's what I want you to do.
Good.
Here's what I want you to do. Will and I are going to talk about it. I want you to mute us, and I want you to watch the trailer. Can you do that? Okay, Alex is he's muted. Yeah, we can't hear you. Yeah, you can take that off. That's fine. I don't know if you can hear us.
Wow, this is weird. Okay, this is akin to me showing you the episode 7 poster for the first time.
Yeah,
Although
I'm excited.
that reaction
for
would take much shorter.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
The
for
one thing
this.
I'm concerned about is just I don't want to kind of repeat the same things, but that's okay. If I want.
Yeah, I mean, our listening audience is
Yeah.
accepting enough.
It's
Every
accepting.
time I refresh the IMDb website, by the way, the Ip Man 3 trailer comes on, but the sound comes on automatically.
So it's like
every time.
Now,
Every time
that's annoying.
comes on. I don't know the Ip Man movies, but I want to see this one with Mike Tyson.
Whoa, really?
Oh yeah,
Does he play himself or is there a character?
It might be himself.
What? That's not
I don't know.
awesome.
I'll have to
This is
check.
not at all related to what we were talking about before.
No, we'll talk about that because we're going to talk about something entirely different. The sound keeps coming on.
Yeah.
Every time I go to a new page. Mike Tyson. No, Mike Tyson doesn't play himself. Mike Tyson plays Frank. So,
Perfect.
Yeah.
With the Suicide Squad trailer, like one thing that reminded me of is just like how little I'm interested in seeing the Batman versus Superman movie. Like nothing could get me in the theater for that.
Yeah, I got to see it.
Sure,
I got to see how it turns out.
I'm looking forward to hearing the. I'm gonna want to hear your review.
The reviews trashing.
I'm gonna
it?
immediately find all the spoilers I can. I have been absolutely not spoiler. I've been seeking out all spoilers when it comes to this movie because I don't care.
You know, there's Wonder Woman footage too.
Yeah,
because the Wonder Woman movie they've already like started shooting. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's for real. Like it's like the first part set in World War I era.
Yeah. I did not know his weird wacky stuff.
Weird wacky stuff. I'm always worried about. We get to see Alex watching the trailer. He looks not too sure to start. This is great. The Wonder Woman trailer. I just kind of I feel bad for DC.
Why is he making that face?
I don't know. I'm worried about DC just because I don't. They're like, oh, they're working so hard on these movies. I just feel like they could just so crash.
Just Zack Snyder, I don't have any faith in.
Yeah, I think that Batman vs Superman will make a ton of money, at least worldwide. I don't think there's any question of that. I think it's automatic, even if they made it with sock puppets.
Oh, or thumbs.
Or thumbs.
Actually, they already did make Bat Thumb.
Really? Oh, it's not called Thumb Man.
No, it's called Bat Thumb. Well, because like the bat is a man, the thumb isn't
an appendage. Were you going to say appendage? I felt like you were going for appendage.
They made Thumb Wars, the Phantom Cuticle. Okay,
I saw that.
And that is
Cuticle's a bit kind of stuffed in there. I don't like that.
Cuticle. Yeah, too many syllables.
Yeah,
cuticle's too stuffed in there.
It's
I mean,
not. Yeah,
figure it out, guys.
Don't stuff your cuticle in. It's bad. It's hurtful.
That's right.
It's dangerous for your.
You got to take care of them.
Yeah, exactly. So,
You
but
gotta take care
I
of
like
those
the
things.
Suicide Squad trailer though. I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's pretty cool too. Alex is now. So before he was leaning
He was
forward.
unimpressed, and now he's kind of sitting back.
He was, as they say, pulling a face, and now he's in it.
It is funny to watch somebody watch something so intently on their phone, as we are
is,
at this moment. Well, can you paint
yeah.
a picture with your words if we were doing like
Yes.
By God, he's looking at the phone, and he seems to be a bit perplexed there. I don't know why. I don't know what he's looking at. Looking at the Suicide Squad trailer, King.
Oh, and he just coughs.
He just coughed. A sniff has happened. He's going to love listening back to this. This is going to be a little treat for Alex. Hey,
Nice
future
looking out.
Alex. This is Matt and Will. How you
I
doing?
was just trying to wave.
I hope whatever you're doing is good in the
This is really
future.
good. This is good listening.
Oh, he saw you. He waved. There you go, Alex.
Sorry. Also, I don't remember the trailer being this long.
Alex seems troubled by how long this trailer is. I think he's back.
You just breathed out. Oh, swig of coffee for the working man.
Oh my gosh. What is that a reference to directly? Is that a Steve Austin thing?
Oh, swig of whatever.
Oh, Alex
yeah.
is singing along to How This Ends. Oh, yeah. Because it's Queen, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty. What was there a song in the first one?
There was what was it? It's like I told a joke or something. But
Oh yeah, I started a joke. Yeah, with the Joker. That's is it originally Bee Gees?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. You know who I think doesn't get enough respect? The Hollies. Guys, go look for the Hollies on YouTube. There's some gold there.
Really?
Beatles era stuff. Alex is back. Hey,
I'm
Alex.
back. First of all, I tried to talk to you like 3 times with my mute button on the first time around. It's like, I'm going to go and come back. Wait, I muted myself and not you. And then I thought I unmuted and still talked and didn't. So I felt like an idiot for a bit. Because
We
like,
saw you talking and we're
why
like,
are they
what's-
talking over me? It's really weird.
We're gonna power through this guy.
Yeah. What's new?
There was definitely a whole podcast while you were gone where I was talking back to Will for like a minute, I think, and then I realized I was on mute, and he carried it very well.
Oh, so you muted yourself as well.
Yeah, it was kind of dumb. So, Alex, Suicide Squad trailer. Don't worry, we mostly talked about thumb things while you were gone.
Yeah, that's right.
No, you didn't.
Something in the way she moves. Tracks me like no other thumber. So, what did you think of the trailer?
I still don't have an opinion on the movie. I really, I'll see if the reviews are good, but I don't really care one way or the other. I guess.
Yeah.
Shot in Toronto, very obviously shot in Toronto. But
Is it because they go to Air Canada Center?
They go to Air Canada Center. They go to Pizza.
They go to a pizza. They're clearly watching Sportsnet on TV.
They go by the score. I mean, obviously, the most Toronto movie of all time is Scott Pilgrim, but it's filmed and set in Toronto. It looks. Yeah. I don't know. It looks fine. I don't really know. I still don't really understand what Suicide Squad is. I'm pretty sure Ike Barinholtz is in it for half a second.
Yeah, he is.
Pretty sure he plays a security guard of some sort.
Is he really in that?
He's like in it in the background, and then has a goatee. And sorry, it took me a while to find the second trailer, so I had to make sure I had the right one. Second of all, didn't realize there was him in the background. Third of all, I mean, you said anything to Bohemian Rhapsody, and I'm kind of into it, so that kind of didn't hurt.
Like, yes, as a trailer, I think it's
a good trailer. It's a well done trailer. I still don't really understand
trailer.
the movie or the premise, so like
I think the idea is like all these people are going to die anyway, so just send them on a dangerous mission.
Right. So it's in
Will
the
Smith's like,
DC universe though, because the Joker's.
Oh,
in
yeah.
it. That's the part I have trouble.
and
following.
Batman will show up at some point.
Yeah, Batman. Somebody was
pretty
saying
much
they think like Joker might just be in flashbacks of Harley Quinn.
We do not,
which kind of makes sense.
Do not know what.
See, we'll see. Isn't he? I mean, I would watch that trailer and think he's the main antagonist.
But he's not in any other group shots.
Yeah, but he's the antagonist.
He's not part of the squad, but he's like there.
I think he might be Suicide Squad adjacent.
Suicide Squad.
He was the bad guy.
No, I think Huntress, or was that her name? What's the name of the girl with the eyebrows?
Yeah.
Who I used to think was Phil Collins' daughter, but it turns out to be actually a different person altogether.
Yeah.
Who's
I
Phil
can't
Collins?
remember her name.
Does Phil Collins have a daughter who's like
Lily Collins.
Lily Collins, she's got big old eyebrows.
Every girl under 22 has big old eyebrows.
No, not true. She looks like she's doing it intentionally, and I can't make sense of it.
Well, if
I
most
see it, I'm
women
like,
have
what are we
thick
trying to do?
eyebrows and they wax them, but then
I would say
it
most
seems
women
to be
have
the younger
eyebrows.
Generation is not doing that anymore. Look, I could go on for hours about eyebrows. Why
I didn't
people
know
have
Phil's
them.
kid was an actress.
Don't call
That's
him
wonderful.
Phil. Don't call him Phil.
My buddy Phil,
Phil's an
PC.
actor. He's in Hook.
He's in. That's right.
I think he's one of the detectives in London or something like that.
Yes, he is a detective.
That's a very odd inclusion. His presence.
He looked like a London detective though when he played the role.
That's why I've always said Phil Collins looks like a London detective. No one listens except Steve. Except Stevie. Steve listens to me. So the trailer looks good. It's a really well done trailer.
Bohemian Rhapsody to it is like when they get to the build, like for me. Obviously, I'm not going to sing that part. I got very excited. I thought it was a very sweet trailer.
It's one of those things that's like, ooh, that trailer might just be better than the movie. Like, I think, what was the one, Ben, what's his name? Ben Stiller, Kristen Wiig, Alan Scott plays his mean boss. Walter Mitty, Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Yeah, Secret Life of
Was that example of a good trailer?
Great trailer.
Fantastic
Okay
trailer.
movie. Yeah, like if that was like, we should give it a short film award for that trailer. And just never released the movie.
But that's the point, I think, of a trailer is to make the...
Some don't tantalize as well, though. And I'm giving them props. Or daps. I thought, daps and dab is just totally, I'm thrown now.
I'm wondering,
I don't know
the Suicide Squad trailer intrigues me because I'm wondering what they're fighting. Because it looks like they're fighting a big bad something.
Yeah.
Which intrigues me. So Yes, I thought it was a very, very good trailer. Do you know what episode 8 was moved for, by the way? Or this might not be true, but I think it got moved for Pirates of the Caribbean 5.
Now, when you say moved for, what do you mean?
I mean, like, they pushed
Because
Star Wars
Disney
to December,
wants
and they
to
gave
move
that
them around
weekend
and
to
go, yeah,
Pirates.
We don't want 2 releases.
Oh. I think they
I'm
probably
thinking.
looked at it and said, hey, Pirates of the Caribbean works really well in the summertime. Star Wars worked very well in December, and we'll give them more time. This can only work.
They should do Pirates of the Arctic Circle. I think that would be a hit. Be like, we can't move the ship. There's too much ice. Well, all right, we're stuck.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and it becomes
Hollywood,
like
find my brother.
a Revenant-style survival story. I think that'd be very cool.
Mm-hmm.
But set on a pirate ship with a bucket full of apples. That's what it got moved for. Also, I saw that they removed a movie, not Disney. I think Paramount removed the sequel to Terminator. So the Genesis sequel they removed. So I don't know if that's going to be...
Oh, are they done with it as an idea?
I don't know if it's going to be canceled, or they're just like... Or I think they tried to quietly be like, I'm just going to take that and put it down.
Have you guys seen this Andrew Luck commercial?
Is it a local one?
Some stuff makes me laugh. No, it's for like an insurance company or something like that. But he's like, hey, anybody? He like walks into people's house. He's like, hey, anyone want a little piece of luck? And he's pulling out pieces of his beard. And one guy's like, I do. So he pulls out a piece of the beard, and the guy blows it. And then he tries to give it to a lady, and she's like, no, I already have such and such insurance. I don't need luck. I'm taken care of. And he goes, okay. And before he goes, he pulls out a piece of beard, throws it against a fan, and goes, luck is in the air. And the beard goes all over the place.
Now, he's done that commercial before. He had one where
I've never seen that before. It makes me laugh. So
I've seen the one where he walks into an office, and he's like, it's in the insurance office. He's like, hey, you need any luck? No, we're good. You need any luck? No, we're good. And then he's like, and then there's just like this fat, loud guy wearing red, white, and blue be like, hey, let's park the car over there. And like, hey, Andrew Luck. And he's like, hey, Sully, get lost. Or something like that.
Clearly from Boston.
Clearly a Pats fan. It was like the first week of the season, and I was like, oh, you.
They're fighting words.
Oh,
We'll see who's better, the Colts or the Patriots.
With the Patriots, who may or may not have won the AFC Championship game yesterday.
I mean, it's hard to say, but that was a tough game, though, guys. That was
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up.
Will, Royal Rumble, how was it? Who won? Did it go the way you thought it would?
I'll tell you what, when Stone Cold Steve Austin's glass shattered and he came out and then he hit the ring and both his knees proceeded to also shatter, that was crazy. I couldn't believe, the Bullet Club, AJ Styles and those other guys came in, and CM Punk came back, and Daniel Bryan finally was cleared to wrestle, and Rock came in at number 30. It was crazy. It was the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I feel bad for
I might
wrestling
change my
fans.
story on it next week.
Poor
There's a lot of
wrestling
things
fans.
happening. A, Punk will never come back, and B, I don't know what the rest of that other stuff was.
What the rest of that other stuff was. Well, we talked about this. They signed AJ Styles,
Yes.
right?
Well, what's the Bullet Club? 10
years past their prime. Bullet Club's it's a Japanese NWO adjacent sort of thing that Finn Balor was part of, and now they signed all his buddies to come to WWE.
Okay.
But listening to a former Grantland wrestling podcast called Cheap Heat, guys were talking about it, and they're like,
So it's still a podcast, just not on Grantland anymore.
No, it's not on Grantland.
Okay,
it's just
sorry.
on its own. They recorded in New York.
But that site not made. I know it's run by. Okay, sorry.
But what? Yeah, we'll pause. What happened? So Grantland, Bill Simmons.
This is
doing
very
his own.
timely, guys. Good.
Shut up.
It's like months and months later.
Bill Simmons is doing his own thing. Hey, sometimes people are late to the party. Bill Simmons is doing his own thing, right?
Yes.
And yeah. So what happened to Grantland was part of ESPN and they just shut it down?
Yeah. So Grantland was kind of like Bill Simmons' baby, and then when he left, and then it kind of kept going, and then it got shut down, and kind of there was a lot of good writers on that though, and like Barnwell and stuff like that, and actually Barnwell's done still a lot of good stuff for ESPN. And
last couple
Wesley
weeks,
Morris
it's really
moved
good.
to the New York Times, and so you see a lot of. I think one guy went to Monday Morning Quarterback, maybe Jacoby. No,
it's Robert.
yeah. Mays.
Yeah,
Robert Mays. Yeah.
Correct, sir.
Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, but I just like that was a good website. It had sports, had pop culture, had Nate Silver stuff on it. You could get email chains between Malcolm Gladwell and Bill Simmons, and you're like, yeah, there's a little bit of everything here, and it just went kaput. So yeah, kind of sucks.
I mean, some people said that there wasn't much money in it, like for a long time.
Well, I mean, you can always
which Bill Simmons disputed, which I think is fair.
Yeah, I mean, you can always say that for whatever reason. I think if it was a cash cow, they wouldn't shut it down just to get back at Bill Simmons for whatever reason. So there must have been like, it's doing fine. It's certainly supporting its own weight, but is it something we can make a lot of money off of? No. Is it, what our brand wants? Probably not. So I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
See, that makes sense. There you go.
So these guys in the Cheap Heat podcast just kind of mentioned like, oh wow, like parts of the website are coming down, and the talking about the empire slowly crumbling, but they're still together. Regardless, listening to them, they're saying all the wrestling smarks are like, oh yeah, Bullet Club, and they're like, yeah, but most fans don't know who they are, so they're going to have to be brought in. Like they're not going to do they can't do another invasion thing with them, right? Unless they did last night.
No,
oh yeah,
I
did.
mean, you could do an invasion thing because WCW and WWE were very much, prevalent at the time and all that stuff, and everyone had access to it. But you can't have them come in and be like, "We're the bull." Well, you could, I guess.
I suppose they'd
have to be like North Korean or something though. Really play on the terror.
That's right. They definitely have to be North Korean, or they could do like a serial type thing and be like, "Hey, we're taking this guy with the Taliban. Hey, how's it going?"
Look, they didn't take him. He tried to get us to one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's
the only
right.
people I've talked to about Serial, and they're like, "Yeah." So Adnan, I'm like, "No, that's
going.
last season.
Keep
I
going.
don't want you to do anything about that."
Keep going. That's awesome. Yeah. No, so the last invasion thing they did was probably one of their best ones as far as like a one-show invasion style thing, which is when the Nexus invaded.
Nexus.
Yeah, back in like 2010. That's a pretty sweet spot. It's on YouTube if you want to check it out. It's pretty sweet. From back in the day. Yeah.
A little Macklemore back in the day, looking like a French Pip from back in the day.
A French Pip?
Pimp.
Pip.
Pip. With who sing that song with what's her face?
Oh yeah, the Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight and the Pips. Thank you. Well,
Matt, what else you got?
What else do I? Well, guys, I know we
Yes.
talked about Edelman having a store and a hat. Tom Brady opened a store this week.
oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, TB12 store. I think it's mostly focused on fitness.
Yep.
That seems to be his muse outside
Well, there's a
Hogskin.
TB12 place in Gillette, or whatever you want to call that, Gillette Stadium. Patriot Place.
So
there's
correct.
a TB12
Oh, Patriot
kind of
Place.
health and wellness place that he goes to. So he's had that open for a few years. You can go there, get, I'm sure, not cheaply, but kind of do rehabilitation. It's like a health and wellness area. He goes there all the time.
Yeah,
And
don't go there
now-
for drug rehab.
Yes, and now he has a new vertical, an online store.
What's the new
called
vertical,
TB12. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what we say. I used to say in the newspaper business.
You've
It's not
heard-
a good.
Alex, what's the newspaper business? There's someone in Halifax. I'm not familiar with it anymore. I don't think we really have one.
There still is a newspaper. They just have, the union has chosen to strike because of bad negotiations with the company. So newspapers still exist, but they're just on strike right now. So we'll see what happens there. I actually drove
so
by
he's just
that
got a
place
bunch
over the
of.
weekend, but nothing was going on.
He's got protein. He's got electrolytes.
He's got protein. It's
He's got a
$55
performance mat.
for 1 pound of protein.
Is that bad?
What's in the protein
That's a
powder,
lot.
Tom? Unobtainium?
Crushed
Usually,
it.
Matt, you're going to pay anywhere from, say,
Crushed
like
it.
50 to 80 for 5 pounds.
Oh,
So $55 for 1 pound. American, like if I was to order 1 pound of Tom Brady protein, so
Would you hope it was
55
made out of Tom
plus
Brady?
shipping plus
I hope it's
exchange, it would
cannibalism.
probably cost me like $130 Canadian. It would not
That's a lot. That's a lot for protein, bro.
Yeah, for 1 pound of protein.
if he dipped his hand in, I think it'd be worth it though.
If you even lift, that's a lot of money. He also has a shoulder kit.
He has a
He's got
shoulder kit. He has a
$80
weighted
yoga
vest.
mat. That's a very
It's not
expensive
a yoga mat. It's a fitness mat.
Performance mat.
Performance mat. Yeah.
It's only 72 by 28 though. It's not that big. It's not even that big, bro. I got
That's
a much
like a
bigger
regular
mat.
size mat.
It's a regular size mat, but $80 is a lot for a regular size mat.
It has
I was a regular size
TB12 on it.
Oh, I forgot it. Yeah,
How much was your Lululemon yoga mat?
it was like 90 Canadian.
Yeah, there you go.
Zoink, Scoob.
And what's the measurements on that? 73 by
No, it's like 85 by something. 85 by 30.
85 by 142.
It's very large. It covers the entire floor of my room. It's the carpet. I don't even pick it up. I just have it laid down the whole time. Just walk around on yoga all the time. Walking on yoga. Oh, wow. And don't it feel good?
It feels very
And
good.
don't it feel good? Yes. It feels quite good.
One thing I want to recommend is...
I'm going to open a donut shop that's called And Donut Feel Good. Oh, man.
Oh,
I
wow.
love that.
Coming to you soon, guys.
I will. I'll be happy to help out with that.
And
By that
Donut
I mean,
Feel Good. It sounds like a kid.
well, it sounds like Brendan Dassey is what it sounds like.
Oh, no.
Don't get strange.
Don't get strange. I love how, yeah, okay. Well, have you watched Making a Murderer yet?
No, I haven't. I have not. But it's everyone's asking me about it, though. It's like, have you seen it?
Like, I
Did you
just
read that? Did you
well, I
read
was
that?
just going to talk about it. I'm like, wait, I can't because it will.
Sorry. Give me 10 hours and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Monday after the Royal
Here,
Rumble.
let's
Are you
let's
sticking
put-
by your not your pledge, but are you? At one point, you had mentioned that you're not going to watch Raw anymore.
No, I watched Raw this week.
Yeah, well, it's the lead up to the Royal Rumble, and then tonight it's the.
Not that I'm
going to
watch none of it.
The
I'm gonna watch
fallout
less
from
of
the Royal
it.
Rumble. You're going to watch.
Yes,
less of it.
tonight's the fallout. I'm gonna make it less of a priority and maybe skim.
Yeah,
through
you don't
it.
want to see Bobby Lashley and
He's in TNA, bro.
every week, right? So whatever.
Apparently, Kurt Angle in TNA is doing in Impact Wrestling. He's doing a farewell tour in Impact. So I don't know if he's just retiring for good.
Well, he's old.
He's very old. He was
Just
old. He was
so
injured in 2003.
old.
Like he was.
He was injured in 1996. He won the Olympic
was-
gold medal with a broken freaking
Broke
neck.
freaking neck. That's right.
So yeah, he's been injured a bunch of times.
Yeah.
On.
Remember, like that time the Big Show threw him down like 2 stories? Man.
Oh yeah.
And he was all
crazy.
like, he was like blood. Oh man, that's one of those things in wrestling. That's like,
I
dude,
don't
that
remember
he
that
would
at
fully
all.
have died. He would have fully died.
Well, it's
It
like
would've fully-
hey,
No,
we've
Foley,
seen
not
Home
Foley,
Alone.
by
We've
the
seen
way.
Home Alone.
Back out and killed him.
Home, Karl Malone.
No, he would have fully. Yes, you're right, Matt. He would have ceased to exist.
Does anybody think that when someone
Yes.
goes through a table, like off a ladder through a table, like on the floor, does anybody think that would hurt less than that would hurt
Just
more?
landing right on the floor.
Yeah, like if they went on the floor, they would die. Not literally die, but I think they would be insanely hurt.
Like you think the table would absorb impact.
Yeah,
Of
it
a
only
fall,
absorbs
right?
impact. I would love to go through a table.
I would love to go through a table. I would
Sure.
I would enjoy nothing more than to be smashed through a table to the floor. It wouldn't feel good, but it would feel. Yeah, I think being
It
smashed
don't
right on
feel
the floor
good.
would hurt.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da, I'm on a table now. The song I wrote for that. guys.
Donut feel good.
Don't.
This song brought to you by whoever sang "Walking on Sunshine."
I think that was Led
Gladys
Zeppelin.
Night in the Pips.
It was Zeppelin. Yeah. baby.
Oh, let the sun beat
Was that a
down
was that a
upon my
Robert
face.
Plant impression?
That wasn't. No, that was something else.
Well,
It sounded like him though.
I have
it
nothing
sounded
more to say. Do you guys have anything more to say?
I saw Hateful Eight the other night.
Oh, what do you think?
Oh.
Hateful Eight, Will?
Without giving too much away, how was it?
Hateful Eight.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. Don't let people give anything away to you, but it was all right. It's very long. It feels much longer than
and
The
I
Revenant.
love Quentin Tarantino. And then when I saw the trailer for this movie, I'm like, not interested at all. Like Django and like Glorious Bastards. Like I am on the Quentin Tarantino train, but this one I'm just like, yeah, I got no interest in it. So I'll see it at some point, but I don't care when or how or with whom.
Yeah,
Alex is no.
I recommend checking it out. But that's I really don't have too much to say about it until you've seen it. It's kind
So-
of like Making a Murderer. Don't have much more to say about it
Don't
than
get
that.
strange. There's something I want to see. Oh, The Revenant. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and see The Revenant tomorrow night on Cheap Night or sometime very soon.
Yeah, Revenant's
because that's
worth checking out. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that.
I don't even know what movies are out right now. So
The one with the Ride Along 2. You can check out Ride Along 2.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and everyone's mad because that didn't get nominated for any Oscars, right? Isn't that how that's playing out
yeah.
right now?
Yeah, that's
Ride
what
Along-
everyone's
Ride Along
upset,
2
yeah.
should have got nominated for Oscars.
Yeah,
so.
where's Kevin Hart's Oscar is what I want to know.
That's what I'm saying. He should. I would be okay if he hosted the Oscars at some point. I don't know if he could or not.
He might be a little too high energy for the Oscars, but maybe that's what it needs.
Well, that's.
I mean, it definitely doesn't need Chris Rock.
Why do you say that, Matt?
I don't find Chris Rock is not funny anymore. It's old, dated.
They need him. They need him though now. They need a black guy on the show.
No, exactly.
What do you think the first joke he says? Yeah, it'll be like, no, black guy
I don't know
on
if
the show.
he's old and dated. He just hasn't really done much lately.
I think his material isn't.
I don't think dating
he's
Rosario Dawson or something.
Yeah, that's
Heard that on a BS podcast.
Yeah, I found that out too. Also, on that, I gotta say something real quick. Bill Simmons, this is to you. I know I recently said, not recently, I've said before many times, in fact, that
you're not the biggest Bill Simmons fan.
Well, that's the problem. I said I think Bill Simmons is the biggest Bill Simmons fan, and Bill, I'm coming around on you, buddy. You're putting out some good stuff. I think ESPN's getting ready to humble you, and I like what you're doing with HBO. You're a good guy.
You think the ESPN thing humbled him?
I think he's a bit more easy to stomach now. I think
it empowered him even more because now he can say whatever the heck he wants.
Yeah,
HBO picked him up and he can just be his own brand. So
yeah, I think that there's just I do think that's true. I also think that he is. I don't know. It affected him. I think in a way. Anyway, I think he's different. I think he's different. And I'm enjoying what he's doing. I'm liking his podcast. The podcast with Wesley Morris this week.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you ever listen to the BS Report or BS Podcast or Bill Simmons Podcast? I guess it's not even called.
No, I mean he just talks about lots of pop culture stuff, right?
Well, no, I mean he'll talk about football, but what's good about him too is for Matt and I is that he's a huge Pats homer, so that doesn't hurt.
Oh, okay. There it is. It all makes sense now. Okay. Yeah.
So
I get it.
If you wait a little later today, probably around like 11 o'clock in the morning, if you go to the podcast, he'll have one about the most recent events of Sunday on the NFL. Talk about this,
and we all know what happened last night in the Royal Rumble. We won't talk about it right now.
I already talked about all I need to talk about.
That's fine.
This is something you guys super won't care about. But Saturday they had the first NHL 4K broadcast.
Bro, I super don't care about that.
I thought I'd bring it.
How did it look? Were you at a 4K set, Will?
What
on my Samsung.
What game was it?
It was the Leafs and Habs.
What have I told you?
I tried to watch that on Saturday, and then it was just doing the Legends Row for like 40 minutes. I talked about Tim Hortons for like 22 minutes.
Tim Hortons.
Go get your double and get out of here, bud. Hoser, get out of here.
3 years ago, they did like a 3D game. They were like, this game's going to be in 3D, and then nobody cared. 3D.
It was brought to you by Avatar. I think,
broadcast in 3D.
Broadcast in 3D.
Yeah. It was the Maple Leafs against Canucks, both wearing their home jerseys.
I don't think it looked the 4K game I don't think looked any different unless you have a 4K TV or the 4K thing. I don't know. Super doesn't matter.
I'm willing to concede that.
Yeah, unless you have a 4K TV, you're not going to notice the difference. That's for darn sure.
Yeah. Well, there's a 5K up right now.
Yeah, sure. I mean, 8K is the next step after that. There's a 5K at Mac, like Apple sells one.
I have a 24K monitor. It's made out of solid gold. The K stands for carat, guys. That's the joke.
I like that.
Yeah, Deus did joke. Oh, okay, so they're going to do Blue Jays games too. You'll be able to see the sweat off their brow and the spit of the field.
But only if you're within a foot of your TV. Because otherwise, you can't tell the difference visually.
81 Toronto Blue Jays home games in 2016. So you mean all of the home games? Just say that.
No playoffs. They won't do any playoffs in 4K, apparently.
No, because exactly.
That's
no
the
playoffs.
Joke. Guys,
that's the joke there.
Oh.
It's been a slice. Yeah, we should kill this. You should pull the plug. Cut the cord.
Cut the cord. Pull the
but
plug.
this has been our best episode yet.
Oh yeah, for sure. We talked about thumbs for 20 minutes and the website that got shut down a year and a half ago.
I love that. You guys, we
relevant
should talk about.
stuff.
Let's talk about Grantland. Yeah, guys.
And the
Hey.
the like 3 major events.
You
that
know, you
happened
say that
yesterday.
you ish on us for like when we bring up old stuff. I was away, or I wasn't in one of the podcasts, and I listened to it, and you guys talked about Home Alone 3 for like 20 minutes. So don't talk to me about rehashing old ish.
That was enjoyable.
Okay?
I like that.
Put the shoe on the other foot and then kick yourself in the ears with it.
Well, we were on
Which
Think
Home
it's
Alone?
on each other's.
Which we went fake and popping each other. Which Home Alone was it that had French Stewart in it?
The fourth one, obviously.
Oh, yeah,
and,
the fourth one.
and what's her face?
And there's
making
like
a face?
4.
funny face girl.
What's her face making a face?
Missy something or
Missy Pyle.
Missy Pyle. Gomer Pyle.
Whatever.
What's her face making a face?
What's her face is making a face, and I don't appreciate it. All right, we're out for this week. We'll try to do better next week. I don't see how we could possibly do worse. So that's
Be sure
that's
to
a
check out the
positive.
PTI podcast on iTunes.
Yeah. Good night, Canada.
Yeah. Shout out. Oh, wait. I'm on Twitter, and these guys are too. I don't know why you want to follow any of us.
I haven't
after
tweeted
that.
in a while. At
No, me
Yvonne at
neither.
CVUJHM.
I'm
Will's at
over Twitter.
WC Vaughn. Matt's at WCFields.html.podcast.
Alex is on
W.E.B. Du Bois.
Snapchat at how does Snapchat work? Do you have an at thing?
No, you have a username. I don't know what mine is. I am on Snapchat.
Yeah, so follow Alex on Snapchat at whatever he is.
Oh, man. Okay, I won't talk about it. Okay, it's fine.
Good. Yeah, good. We just
You don't talk about
scrambled
something
for
you're
stuff to
excited
talk
about.
Well,
yeah,
it's
really.
too late now, but the Liverpool game was that happened on Saturday was the craziest thing I've ever seen of all time. So.
Okay.
Whoa, you mean you're talking about a game we've actually all seen?
The Liverpool game, yeah,
you've
the one
seen.
we all saw. Well, funnily enough, I don't want to say funnily a lot. I don't know. Funny enough, it happened to be the team that I saw Liverpool play when I was in Liverpool. So it was against Norwich City. That game ended in a 1-1 draw. This one ended 5-4. Liverpool was down 3-1, came back to make it 4-3. Then Norwich City scored the 92nd minute to make it 4-4, and Liverpool scored the 95th minute to win 5-4. So it was pretty crazy.
Wow.
Check that out,
That's a lot
Norwich
of,
City, Liverpool. Lots of crazy stuff going on there. I'm finished.
Okay, he's finished. He said he's finished. I'm on Twitter. William C. Vaughn. Matt's on Twitter at
MP Vaughn still.
Alex on Twitter.
EVAUGHANICS.
Don't say still. Did you say still? Did I say it twice?
EVAUGHANICS.
No, I mean like MP Vaughn still.
I already waved the flag. Why are we still going here?
Because ain't no one able to see that. You got to make the flag squishy sounds. All right. See you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Super Bowl preview coming up. Bye.